Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammad Saad Abubakar, declares Monday, 19th June as the first day of Dhul Hijjah. Presidential election petition court adjourns hearing of the petition by the Allied People's Movement. Plus, we have some interesting developments in the world of sports. Do stay tuned on Panorama. Welcome. I'm Ruth Aguilera. The Sultan of Sokoto and President General Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Muhammad Saad Abubakar, has declared Monday, 19th of June as the first day of Dhul Hijjah, 1444 AH. The Sultan also declared Wednesday, 28th June, which is equivalent to the 10th of Dhul Hijjah, as Eid al-Kabir Day. A statement by the Dam Wuram Sokoto Saidu Muhammad Masidu for the Chairman Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs, Sultanate Council Sokoto, says this followed the sighting of the new moon of Dhul Hijjah. The Sultan felicitates with the Nigerian Muslim Ummah and urged them to continue to pray for the peace, progress and development of Nigeria. Well, 1 week from now, more than 2 million Muslims performing Hajj in Saudi Arabia will observe major spiritual rites. So far, we hear many, including Nigerian contingents, have performed lesser pilgrimage known as Umrah. Our correspondent, Usman Aliyu, reports that though authorities in Saudi Arabia are achieving ambitious expansion of the Grand Mosque, there is still the challenge of managing crowd.
Kaaba, the Muslims' holiest place on earth. The pilgrims always strive to pray here. Performing a single task is a great challenge. Every open space is filled up. But one thing is certain, at the Grand Mosque, worshippers have a degree of great tolerance irrespective of differences in colors, races and languages. The Quran says Prophet Ibrahim and his son Ismail built the mosque on Allah's instruction to serve as the first house of worship for mankind. Nigerians among the pilgrims continue to stream in the holy mosque, praying for themselves and the country to overcome challenges of our development in economy, security, peace and stability.
Allah answer our prayer. And see many countries. Many countries are gathered here. This place is showing us how the day of resurrection is going to be. We all are here from different countries. We don't know ourselves. We mingle together. We do everything together. It's too good.
With the major days of Hajj rites approaching, Saudi authorities caution international journalists to respect the sanctity of the Holy Land. At a visit to Saudi Arabian General Commission for Audiovisual Media, discussions center on the expectations and compliance to lawful guide for the media coverage of the Hajj. Side by side, Nigerian officials and the Saudi authorities commend each other for the mutual respect and understanding. As the countdown to the closure of Saudi Arabia airports for 2023 Hajj begin, remaining Nigerian pilgrims are anxiously waiting to be airlifted to the Holy Land, the assurance which the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria keeps saying will be fulfilled. In the holy city of Mecca, Usman Aliyu, NTA News.
And back home on the judiciary scene, the presidential election petition court sitting in Abuja has adjourned hearing of the petition filed by the Allied People's Movement APM to 21st June 2023. At the adjourned date, the petitioner, which is APM, is expected to open its case. The petition is challenging the declaration and return of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the winner of the February 25th, 2023 presidential election. The petition is based on the ground of alleged multiple nomination of Vice President Kashim Shettima by President Bola Tinubu and the APC. Counsel to President Tinubu, Wole Olanipekun, SAN had earlier pointed the attention of the court to the recent judgment of the Supreme Court on the matter before it with similar facts. The adjournment is to allow the petitioner to access the documents it wants to tender in evidence from INEC, which is the first respondent in the matter. Investing in political parties is a sure way to give Nigerians, especially politicians, means of producing quality leadership. Well, this was the submission of participants at a dialogue on politics, policy and governance held in Abuja. Timothy Yusuf reports.
Many gathered here believe that focus has been more since 1999 in terms of candidates for elections and thinking less about capacity to deliver quality leadership. This big ideas platform by the School of Politics, Policy and Governance is to facilitate the generation and sharing of fresh ideas, innovative solutions and implementation strategies to address Nigeria and Africa's plethora of challenges.
For us, it must be people-centered. What do we want to achieve? Improve service delivery, open government, facilitating development, reducing poverty, getting citizens to engage in government and getting government to respond.
Allowing political parties to clearly function and run its affairs democratically to deliver dividends of democracy, participants believe is the way to go. Political parties should also subject themselves to criticism when they are not doing enough in their role, the dialogue emphasized. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
The coalition of 2023 All Progressives Congress House of Representatives candidates has appealed to Nigerians to be patient and give more time for the President Bola Tinubu to unfold his developmental agenda. Speaking with the media at the end of a strategic meeting with the leadership of the party at the National Secretariat in Abuja, the coalition notes that President Tinubu has started on a positive note with the steady implementation of his policies, especially in recent appointments and decisive withdrawal of fuel subsidy. Chairman of the coalition, Chisom Promise, appeals to the leadership of the party to capture the interests of his members who are ready to contribute their expertise to the APC-led government.
Recognize that the battle ahead is not an easy one, but we firmly believe in the potential of a better Nigeria. We stand with His Excellency, President Tinubu, and we are committed to supporting his vision for development of our nation. We appeal to Mr. President to capture the interests of the House of Representatives candidates that couldn't make it through during the election, but are ready to contribute their expertise to his administration's successes.
The forum equally solicits support of the party stakeholders to enable many of the APC candidates currently in tribunals to reclaim their mandates. The saying, "Give honor to whom honor is due," was demonstrated at a grand reception for the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Judge Akume. Kenneth Inanim reports that the SGF reinstated commitment to the service of the fatherland.
Indeed, it was a night for the low, the high, and the mighty. For some dignitaries, the event is a roll call, and to say that every Nigerian tribe was represented is only but to state the obvious. A unique event in every sense of it, I must say, projecting unity in diversity, which has become the driving force for national development. The celebrant, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Judge Akume, flanked by wife and fellow compatriots, demonstrated a high sense of patriotism. However, choosing the right words to qualify the character and qualities of the man of the moment who is being described as a square peg in a square hole was quite a task.
We cherish Mr. President. We thank him for this honor. But we know the Akume that we grew with, that we worked with, is a Nigerian to the full.
One thing I know for certain
that this is a choice that will not disappoint Nigeria. We will work with you, partner with you, to ensure that all policies of government scale through in the House successfully.
We are celebrating two things tonight: excellence and humility. And we have no doubt that you are going to leave your marks in the present administration. Your show of love and solidarity will never be in vain, because I am determined not to disappoint you. And with God on our side, we will never fail.
It was these words of a renewed hope that set the tone for merriment. There was enough to eat, drink, and go round. After all, it was a dinner. Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
All right, let's take this break. We're back. Please stay tuned. Welcome back. In continuation of the ongoing rehabilitation of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, the traffic has been diverted from linking the expressway at New Garage, Lagos. A statement from the Federal Road Safety Corps indicates that traffic from Isheri, Olowura, passing through River Valley Estate to link the expressway inward Lagos has been diverted to pass through Babok College opposite Enyo filling station to link the expressway and drive into Lagos. Alternatively, they could pass through Ojodu and make a U-turn in front of FRSC Ojodu to link the expressway at BRT bus stop. Meanwhile, the FRSC Court Marshal Dauda Alibiu enjoins the motoring public along the said routes to exercise maximum patience and cooperate with the law enforcement agencies and urge the FRSC commands along the corridor to ensure minimum free flow. The Managing Director of National Inland Waterways Authority, George Mohalu, has led management staff of the authority on an assessment visit to villages affected in the recent boat mishap in Kwara State. Let's hear from Ahmad Fulani.
Findings indicate that infrastructural deficit, human capacity neglect, boat riders' ignorance of safety measures, as well as overloading are the major causes of boat mishaps in Nigeria. The recent incident at Igboti under Duro district in Patiki local government area of Kwara State was said to have been caused by failure of passengers to use life jackets, night traveling, and overloading. The visit by National Inland Waterways Authority became necessary to identify with the head and people of these communities over the ugly incidents that happened. The Managing Director of the National Inland Waterways Authority, Dr. George Mogalu, says the agency will no longer tolerate overloading of boats and ferry while ensuring that officials are on ground to certify that boats are in good conditions before they start their journey.
I've asked the village head and the community leaders to help us in terms of sensitization so that, one, we don't overload our vessels. If the vessel is designated to carry 50 persons, let 50 or less use the vessel at that point in time.
The district head of Duro and other members of the affected communities attributed the choice of consistent water transportation by a subject to poor road network with an appeal that government should extend road projects to their communities.
We're going to have enough of people that will work with them to ensure that all what he has advised is going to be put in places so that such an incident will not occur again.
At a press conference held at the NUJ Press Center in Ilorin, NEWA's MD reassured Nigerians that there will be constant training and retraining of its officials to guide boat riders, regular presentation of life jackets for safety while reading the Riot Act, that no boat will be allowed to travel in the night henceforth. The Igboti boat accident claimed 107 lives, mostly women and children. Ahmed Fulani, NTA.
The Indonesian government has donated 1,580,000 doses of life-saving pentavalent vaccines to support Nigeria. The National Primary Healthcare Development Agency received the vaccines in Abuja. Zamrat Dingum reports.
The three fundamental principles of accessibility, equity, and efficiency, There's a firm belief that every child, regardless of background or geographic location, should have access to the vaccines. Executive Director, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Faisal Shuaib, said the partnership between Nigeria and Indonesia has been of positive impact, even as demonstrated in this recent gesture. The vaccine is to serve as protection against 5 major childhood diseases, such as diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, hepatitis B, and Haemophilus influenza type B.
The vaccines we have received are more than just vials of medicine. They represent hope, protection, and the promise of a brighter future for our children. They hold within them the power to save lives. Within this donation, we are equipped with a powerful tool to strengthen our vaccination program.
We can address issues with global health and create a better future for everyone by working together and standing together.
The agency reiterated the potency and safety of the vaccines, emphasizing the importance of vaccine education to dispel misconceptions or hesitancy among Nigerians. In Abuja, Zen Reddingmoon, NTA News.
About 75,000 hectares of dry season rice farms have been attacked by quail birds in Arugungu, Kebbi State. An estimate of 100 farmers have lost their farms already, while the birds are still raging.
Hey, you can hear me, ba? Okay, but you know I must use headphones. Yes, I know.
So audio there. The federal government is expanding its rural electrification program across the country with the promise to capture more communities in the quest to make electricity available to all Nigerians. The managing director of the Rural Electrification Agency, Ahmed Salihijo, made this known while on inspection and impact assessment of solar home system project at Makoko, a riverine community in Lagos. Olumide Eguntola reports.
The journey started about 9 months ago, and the target was to give solar power to communities where it is difficult to operate traditional grid system. Makoko area of Lagos State is one of the communities that currently enjoys the solar home system under the federal government's National Poverty Reduction and Growth Strategy, with a call for more deployment.
We are in need of more because there is a church here, our chief here, even we have orphanage here and our less privileged here. If we can bring more solar to donate to everybody, we're very, very happy for that.
The managing director, Rural Electrification Agency, led an inspection team to the area for assessment.
We are very happy with the feedback. So the idea now is that there's going to be additional intensity from the federal government, especially because of this removal of subsidy. So as an agency of government under the supervision of the Ministry of Power, we are looking to now, repurpose more funds to bring more of these systems in the next month or so.
We have seen that decentralized energy solutions are is the best way to get to communities like Makoko. So the next phase now is to go back and, in conjunction with partners like the Lagos State government, think of a comprehensive plan to roll out.
The agency also promised to continue provision of electricity for unserved and underserved areas to mitigate the environmental and economic challenges of concerned communities. In Lagos, Olumide Eguntola, NTA News.
Right, let's bring you sports update.